What's up, YouTube? I'm Brett from Rants. As always, guys, if y'all enjoy our content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave that comment down below. So it looks like J.J. Abrams and Bad Robots spinoff of The Shining is not going to go through on HBO Max, with the possible exception that Netflix might pick it up. Now, Netflix has been busy about really reaching out to seeing if they could pick up some stuff. Of course, there was NBC's Manifest that they decided, I guess, to pass on for the time being. But that was, at least making new episodes of it. But as far as, I just want to start on this. As far as J.J. Abrams going to the world of Stephen King. J.J. Abrams is very good with visual content. He knows how to bring you into the world that he has created. No doubt about that. That was not even a complaint I had when it come to the Star Wars movies that he created. That being said, J.J. Abrams loves the unknown. He loves presenting clues into something, but he's not great at going through with it. He just kind of leaves them be a lot. Lost is one of them. Is a very good example of where he goes wrong in this instance. You could even say he did it a lot with Star Wars as well. He's not very good with the payoff. So that being said, I don't know if I really want him to go into the world of Stephen King and to mess with something as brilliant as what The Shining actually was. Besides Ghostbusters Afterlife, there really isn't a reboot out there or, anything along those lines of going back to past series or past movies that I'm actually truly excited about. Most of them fail miserably. And it's just because of content restraints that they have nowadays. They can't really push things to the edge without offending people or without going too far in a lot of different ways. There's always somebody that's going to be upset about something. And in a lot of, this older content isn't necessarily what you would necessarily deem politically correct. I'm not saying The Shining would be one in this in any case when it comes to that, but I'm just saying that they just can't push the envelope anymore, so it's not really entertaining television. A lot of stuff, of course, has a lot of political tropes and a bunch of other things that go along with it to add to the reboot that wasn't there in the original, which makes usually the reboots just not feel the same. Of course, they go into changing characters up, their identities, sexual orientations, gender, so forth. That usually make reboots really not feel like the original one. But that being said, I'm kind of happy and I'm kind of not happy when it comes to The Shining not going any further, because I just feel like J.J. Abrams wouldn't pay it off with the right respect that something like The Shining would need, or a spinoff of The Shining would need. That's just my initial reaction to it. Just let me go ahead and read y'all a little bit about what it's saying about it, though. It says, J.J. Abrams and Bad Robots' The Shining spinoff, Overlook, is on the move now that HBO has elected to pass on the series. According to Hollywood Reporter, interest from multiple streamers in acquiring Overlook, with Netflix reportedly the frontrunner. Overlook was one of the first three shows HBO Max gave a production commitment as part of Bad Robot's $250 million deal with Warner Media. Man, that's a lot of money to spend on J.J. Abrams. Warner Media, along with Justice League Dark in the original crime drama Duster. And Justice League Dark, I don't think you could go wrong with that, to be honest with you. As such, should it fail to find a new home, Bad Robot will receive financial compensation for the work completed on the series so far. A 10-episode horror drama inspired by Stephen King's 1977 novel The Shining, Overlook explores the untold, terrifying stories of the most famous haunted hotel in American fiction. Previous adaptations of King's books include Stanley Kubrick's famous 1980s movie starring Jack Nicholson and Shelley Duvall, as well as a 1997 miniseries written by King, Dr. Sleep, a sequel novel that King penned in 2013, was similarly adapted into film by writer-director Mike Flanagan in 2019. That was decent, but I won't necessarily say that it really drew me in, kind of like what The Shining did. Then, of course, it says the movie received positive reviews but failed to take off at the box office. It says, although it's passing on Overlook, HBO Max remains committed to Abrams and Bad Robot's many other developing projects, including the animated Batman Cape Crusader series and Demimonde. Abrams is also planning to direct the pilot episode for Demimonde, a fantastical sci-fi drama described as centering on a world's battle against a monstrous oppressive force. I don't know much about that, but I will say, you know what? Netflix needs, if they were going to bring it into fruition, Netflix needs a win right now. That He-Man debacle that they had was just ridiculous. And they lost thousands of subscribers over something really that they should have been a home run. They lost it. Kevin Smith lost a lot of fans out of it. They need a win right now, and I feel like if they brought something like this into it, maybe it would at least get some eyes. I'm not saying that it would be a good series by any stretch of the imagination. This sounds a lot like American Horror Story, if you ask me. There's a lot of parallels when it comes to that from this Shining series. So I don't know if it's necessarily something that would be original or something that would really catch my eye. I would definitely check it out if they did make it. But again, anything that's got J.J. Abrams in it, I'm always going to be skeptical of just how good it actually will be, especially when it comes to the final product. But as always, guys, let me know what y'all think. Are y'all disappointed that HBO Max didn't pick up Overlook, or you think that it would it's got a survival rate when it comes to Netflix? Do you think Netflix will do right by it? Do you think J.J. Abrams will show the respect that The Shining and Stephen King's novels need? Let me know what y'all think down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Y'all take care.